Welcome to this Mind Mastery series. So I will be training at my own level, while at the same time explaining some basics that hopefully will help people get started or perhaps compare it to your own experience, and you may see something that I'm doing wrong and that you may have a better way to develop or achieve a certain thing. If so, please let me know. But other than that, I will be just sort of training at my own level, and I will not be kind of absorbing my mind too much into like explaining a lot of nuances and things. I will just keep it very basic. So the first thing to understand with this kind of mind mastery, mind energy mastery, it's that anything that we're feeling, any emotion, any thought, it's all just energy, basically. And I don't like that word too much because it can be just used too broadly, or have kind of like a magical, metaphysical, chi energy kind of connotation to it. And that in itself is just a construct. So in order to actually develop this like empty force, you have to be able to empty. So nowadays, it should be relatively easy for just about anyone to watch a sort of training series like this on mind energy mastery, because everyone's going to have some pretty good idea by now, because of just the vastness of what is available nowadays. I mean, the knowledge that is available, the high quality knowledge, people are going to have some idea like what is the process in, say, Vipassana meditation, that what is it that you need to allow to start to happen in order for the mind and consciousness to evolve in a certain way. And so people got a pretty good idea by now about, like, if you would just consider what lifestyle changes might you need to consider, what mental quality might I need to consider, etc. And people are going to have some basic concept of mind, spirit, etc. But Again, going to the basics, everything that we just said is just a construct. You had to, and I had to use our creative parts of our brain to visualize, imagine, construct some mental energy form to convey a concept, something that is, it's a visualization. And sometimes we can use visualization in a way to possibly manifest, or at least find the right direction to head in order to achieve a certain outcome. So there's a lot of inertia. There's a lot of inertia. So everything is always, too often so our mind is going outward onto different things happening in different parts of the world. And perhaps even because of, let's say pre-conception circumstances. That which we were before birth, and information from that, there's a lot of different things just pulling out your consciousness. So the first thing about building life force energy and refining the mind, it's that everything has to come back. Everything has to come back. So there's about 3 main centers in this body of this inertia. There's the Dantian, there's the heart, solar plexus area, and then there's the upper Dantian. The upper Dantian, the middle Dantian, the lower Dantian. And each of these centers has a certain amount of inertia, okay, which is has a magnetic component and a electric component. Magnetic meaning divergent, having a magnitude, having a mass, essentially. When you combine it all into the whole body, it has a mass. So that's what we often refer to as yin qi and yang qi. Yin qi is the electric, centripetal closure of time, and the magnetic is the centrifugal expansion of space. And the degree of inertia is how much our mind energy is absorbed into that. So of course, because of all this, everything we've been through up until this moment right now, there's different degree of inertia in different parts, and different programming. So when we first start to learn some good breathing, expand to the periphery, inflate as much as I can, and then let go, and then follow it in, follow it in with my mind, follow it, and push it out, follow it out, contraction in, until you get to the center, and then let it go, and then inflate. Expand, let it go, follow it in, follow it in, follow it in. So in this way, the relationship between the breathing and the mind, okay, the breathing, remember, is not just the lungs, it's the dantian connected with the lungs. So yes, there is a breath of gas, an exchange of gas involving, oxygen and carbon dioxide. But within that, there are also exchange of ions. Okay, those gas particles, they actually have a charge, which is within the ionic mechanism in there. It's similar to a dielectric charge, the way that when you have a long dielectric, which usually in a capacitor it's rolled up, and then you have a conductive sheet, and then another dielectric, and then another conductive sheet. There's one way to do it, and then it's rolled up. So essentially, it's two very, very, very large surface area conductive metallic sheets, and then there is like a plastic or a ceramic or a high K dielectric, an insulator essentially, very long, that has the electrical property of it is just such that it has this mechanism where it can become polarized. It can become ionically polarized, such that all of the electrons which are in the atoms, they just shift up a little bit, and when a certain amount of them will shift up. But when you can coordinate it, and when you can make all of them shift up, then you have an immense then you create a dipole, and there can be an immense potential between that. So now those conductive sheets, they now used to complete that circuit, and immense potential. And it is the breathing, it is all of those fascia, which is the dielectrics, and then the nervous structures on either sides of those. And that's how we kind of breathe in not just the oxygen, but we're breathing in the charge from the air. And it's important, always let that charge fall down to the dantian. And when your dantian does get reactivated from doing this meditation, then you will feel some like electric tingling in there, inside your dantian, and then that may also, probably will at some point make a lot of energy come up to your brain. But you have to develop the yin the yin cycle very well, the letting go, so that it can fall back down. Because if your mind is energized somehow, like too much beta brainwave activity, you know, whatever emotional, whatever construct it is, it's yeah, your mind they will be amplified, and that energy will be short-circuited through that and will be depleted by that, and also cause physiological problems. So we have to develop the letting go, very much the letting go, the relaxation, the letting go, the yin, the emptying. And then in terms of how that empty force is applied, martially, it's that that inertia, because you will distribute it through the whole body so that it doesn't get stuck up here or anywhere, because generally it's a lot up here because our mind is so active. So a lot of the inertia expands up here, and the mass, we become top heavy, easy to push around, easy to intimidate or just unbalance in some way. So when we release into the whole structure of the body, those actually the energy channels, they are conduits through which the empty force, let's say, flows. But it's because of the inertia around the whole energy channel, the whole, just imagine it like long tornadoes coming out from the dantian, throughout the whole body and on many levels, right down to the mental, astral, through to the etheric levels of mass. Well, involving that, having a mass, also having a consciousness as well. Has mass, consciousness, energy. So the body mind, it's the whole body, okay? Those energy channels, they are the mind. And it's within the whole perimeter of our body that we train this mind, body, mind energy.